In this task, we need to create nginx deployment with 3 replicas, and then we need to expose this on NodePort 30011. So let's do this. Either you can do what you can do actually, you can look for Kubernetes deployment. Just go to deployment to get a sample file. So before that, if you click on this app, it shows 502 bad gateway, so it's not able to reach the backend parts. So if you scroll down, you can get a deployment sample, get this, you can use it here, or you can run the command create deploy, and then deployment name hyphen image nginx latest, and then you can hyphen replicas, number of replicas are 3, and then hyphen dry run equal to client, and then hyphen o yaml and redirect it to a file. So this way you can do as well. So this makes easy whenever you, especially when you're going for any certification exams. So we don't need this path. Labels are important. Strategy we don't need. Delete this timeline as well. Status, resources, we don't need this part. Okay. Now what we need to do, replicas we have 3, that looks fine. The deployment name is nginx-deployment, that looks fine. The container name should be nginx-container. Yeah, we need this part. So just type nginx-container. That looks good. If you run the command apply -f, and then okay, if you run this get po, they're creating. If you run get deployment, you can see this deployment automatically creates a replica set. So with the deployment name hyphen, it comes a random code. So this replica set makes sure that how many parts needs to be run at all the time. So let's run git pivot. Yeah, if you click on this app again, now you're not going to reach, because you created parts with the deployment, but you need to expose those parts. So for that one, you can look for Kubernetes NodePort. So basically it's a service actually. You can look for just Kubernetes services, and then look for NodePort. So we need to expose a type should be NodePort. So yeah, this looks fine. Just get this. I'm gonna say svc.yaml. You can put anything though. So once you paste it, we don't need these comments. It makes clumsy for now, so I'm just gonna delete them. Okay, that's my service. So service name should be nginx service. So as per the task, nginx service NodePort, that's fine. So here we need to use the labels. So these labels should match with our deployment labels. I forgot the tables. I'm gonna go back to check the labels. That's fine. Meanwhile, we can set port, on which port this service is listening. The service connects on port 80, and target port should be the container port. So our containers are by default running on 80. So if it is something else, we can put that. And the node port should be 30011. Save it. Let's look for deployment. So our deployment has these labels. So we need to match these labels with the service. Come back and put labels here. Now create k-apply -f svc. So if we run command kget svc, you can see our service and this port. If you click on app again, now it's visible, you can check that. So whenever you refresh it, it usually it's different parts. So in order to show you that, what I'm going to do, kget pivo, I'm going to get into one of these parts, k-exec-it, and then just a pod id and then bash. So I'm going to go to users share nginx. So this is the default directory, so nginx is serving. So I'm going to just gonna edit this index file. Okay, let me use cat to just override it. So I'm gonna say welcome to part 1, just to show the difference with which parts it's hitting. That looks fine. If we refresh it, yeah, so whenever it hit that part 1, so it shows part 1, the other parts has the same code. That's why you can see the same content here. So that's how it works. So if I explain this, so whenever you're trying to hit from the this URL, from this one, this URL, so it's going to the service. So our service is exposing the 30011 node port, such as node it's got the KH cluster is running at the moment, and then this service looks for parts with the labels. So whichever the parts have the matching labels, this service forwards a request to those parts. So what deployment does actually, if we delete any one of the parts, or if in some reason these parts gets deleted, it automatically creates that, replaces it with a new part. So that's what it does. So new part with the whatever the content that Docker image has. Let me show you. So we are inside this part now. Which part? Yeah, we took this one. If we delete that part, delete pivo. So once it deletes, if you look for, then get PO. Now you can see a new container 7 seconds ago it's been created. So this replica set always makes sure that how many parts need to be run. So if you click on here, now this part is gone, so it override with the default content, so you're gonna see only this content. So that's how it works. If you check the task results now, it's been successful. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching.